everybody, it's Mickey Mykeworth, and thanks for coming back to class. Today I'm going to talk about receivership and wealth and why that's a big deal. So we all talk about the energy of money, that people talk about the energy of money a lot, but they don't actually understand the part that's a big deal, and that's receivership. And receivership is that I say that I'm willing to receive. And it's not just kind of going, oh, hey, open up to money. It really is. Receivership is a little bit of a trip because it is how we get energy to move back to us. And a lot of people are not in receivership of the wealth they already have. So one of the reasons you want to pay attention to being a receiver of taking, right, taking in the things that we already have, is because if energy is just sitting there, if it's coming to you and it's just sitting there and it's not actually being utilized as a resource, new stuff doesn't have the energy to come in. Energy is momentum. It's there. So if you have things, use them. So when we see people's energy around wealth get really clogged, it's also because they have an abundance of wealth that's not being utilized, that we're not actually using the resources that we have agreed to receive. We aren't following through. So the energy of your stuff, if you have closets full of stuff that you have no intention of using, the energy of that is holding still. It's in a holding pattern. It's in a holding pattern. It's in a holding pattern. So if you're wondering why things are in a holding pattern, it might be because you've stuffed everything that you have and you're not actually using the resources you've already given to yourself. So think about money as a constant piece of energy that needs to be moving. When you're using something and using it all the time, that energy is perfectly aligned, that it is that space. But receiving is part of the wealth process, that you are the benefactor. You are the benefactor of your life. So you want to really think about that movement of energy and how it's passing through, because that is how we harvest. That when you are looking at that continued use of a resource, you're harvesting it. The contract is being made. If you have a favorite chair, every time you sit in that favorite chair, you're giving it love. You're going, oh, this is my favorite chair. This is my favorite chair. Whether it be a chair, a pen, a pan, whether it be a coat, whether it be whatever it is, you are harvesting the use of that resource. And that is how abundance is, right? Abundance is that ability, right? Prosperity is the ability to magnify. How do we actually, what's the point of that? Well, we want it to magnify so we can harvest it. So if you're feeling like there's not enough things that are being harvested from your life, I would look around. And one is to stop barking complaints out at things that aren't working. So stop yelling at the money that you do spend on the things that you asked to spend, right? Stop yelling that your credit card is too high. Stop yelling that the bills are here. You've got to stop constantly being mad that something is there. A bill is a bill, is a bill, is a bill. But most people's bills came because they wanted, they didn't want to live on the street. They didn't want to live in a cold place. You have an energy bill. Yes, you do. But I live somewhere where it's really cold. So having heat is a real gift. So having water come out of my tap is a real gift. So we have to change the energy around that to say, I am so thankful to receive these things. And I will grant the money for that. I would like to continue receiving that. But yelling at it that it's mad or too expensive or whatever isn't going to build you the flow that you want. You must hold it in regard, in high regard, and engage it. Hold it in esteem. Oh, good. I have keys to a house that I get to go into. I can drive a car. Whatever is there, you want to take, if you just stop and look around your house right now, every single thing that your eyes will lay on used to be money, used to be money. And you traded all of those things because you thought, oh, this is something I want to be in receivership of. I want to receive this benefit. And if you are receiving benefit from something, it's already prosperous. You're harvesting every time you use it. That is the best thing that could happen to the things that you picked, is that you use them, that they are meaningful to you. There is an energy there that is of harvesting and replanting, and it's a renewal. It's the continuation of the energy. If you have a lot of things that you don't hold a lot of high regard for, and you don't like it, and maybe that's got some energy to it, it's going to put that energy and leak it on to the things that you actually want more of, and will stifle them. So when you're thinking about receiving, I don't want you to think about receivership as the negative connotation of it in finance world. I want you to think about it as someone who receives, right? I am the receiver. And are you receiving benefit from the things that you have? And are you actually mad at the things that you have because they're in the way, or they're too heavy, or I don't like this, or whatever? If you don't like the things that are in your environment, get rid of them. If you don't like the things that are in your house, get rid of them. Get rid of them, because you're not harvesting what you should be. So if you're liking something and you're not using it because you don't want it to wear out or break or whatever, you're still impoverishing yourself. Things are meant to be used. The energy has to continue to flow through you. So if you have a pile of coats and you're not wearing them, get rid of them. Clear up the energy. Use the things that you have. There are resources here that are delightful. And if you aren't able to utilize those resources, let your friends utilize those resources, because you want that energy to keep moving, because it should pass through you. And then it can go to the next person, and then it can come back. And that is also, right? Clear up some space for the things you want, get rid of the things you don't want. Clear up some space for the things you want, get rid of the things that you don't want. And that energy exchange of come and go, come and go, come and go, it is a contingent relationship. And what that means is that you have to agree to receive. And if you're trying to not receive, then everything's going to clog up. Well, I don't want to use any of these resources. Stop. I have been in so many people's cabinets, closets, that they have all these personal care items, so many things, tons of clothes. They wear 3 outfits. They won't use all of those things. They don't want to run out. It stifles the energy. So today, one, figure out what you agree to receive, what you want to receive, and what your follow through is on that. If I want a TV, am I actually going to watch it? If I want a new phone, am I actually going to enjoy it? Do I need to hold on to the old one? No. So when you're looking at receiving, you have to agree to receive. And then you have to follow through on the utilization. So if you're just gathering things and not using them, you didn't do your part in prosperity. You didn't do the harvesting. The point of saying I will receive is because there is a greater harvest. And when we just even sit in a chair that we love and go, oh, I love this chair, now you're harvesting that resource. And that's a powerful thing. So have a great day. Again, if I don't see you in class, I love to see you here. And if I can't see you in class, I love to see you here. Would I rather see you in class? Yes, I'd rather see you live. So hope to see you soon, and have a great day. Think about it.